Martin. And the state high school Wolverine 10th center, a junior, number 35, Brady McAvoy. Officials for the team is Zavala, Mr. Turner, and Mr. Danker.
All right, there are the team introductions and the starting lineups. If you missed them, we'll go over them again. We had a brief blip on the internet here at the Cross Insurance Center. We're now back with you, getting ready for this game. I'm going to go over the starters for the Schenck Wolverines. That's going to be Gabriel Whitehouse, a junior guard. Senior forward, Nicholas Powers. Junior guard, Mason McDonough. Senior forward, Ryan Ingalls. And junior center, Brady McAvoy. How about for Katahdin?
Yeah, for Katahdin, we got number 3, Grady Ritchie. Number 4, Connor Edwards. Number 5, Kyle McNally. Number 10, Joshua Martin. And number 11, Jeffrey Martin.
Going to get set to tip it up here. Number 5, Kyle McNally getting ready to tip it up. And I believe that is number 12, Mason McDonough tipping it up for the Wolverines. I'm wrong, though. It's 22. 22 wins the tip, Ryan Ingalls. And Schenck has the ball. Nicholas Powers out at the top of the key, gives it off to McDonough. McDonough dribbling near the center court line. He's going to go to the left, going to go to the basket. I believe the ball went out of bounds, hit the bottom of the backboard, so it's going to go over to Katahdin.
Great
strong drive, though.
Yeah, and great defensive position there.
So Katahdin with the ball for the first time. Grady Ritchie's the one to watch, 1,000-point scorer for the Cougars. McNally looking inside, the ball went out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Cougars, though, and Wolverine got a hand on that one. So they're going to take the ball underneath their own basket. Over to Ritchie. Ritchie to McNally. McNally hands it off now. It's going to come back over to Ritchie. He's at the top of the circle. Gives it off McNally. He's going to try to go, but he's going to travel. They turn that ball over, and then Schenck's going to get another chance with it here. Just underway, just 40 seconds in. No score. It's Gabe Whitehouse with it across the center court. Gives it off to McDonough. McDonough tries to drive to the left, hands it off. In the lane, Ingalls fell down but lost the ball. Jeffrey Martin scooped it up for the Cougars, and here they come. McNally with it near the three-point line. Hands it off to Connor Edwards. Edwards over to Martin. Back to Edwards. Edwards wants to go inside. Shot goes up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Up and good. That was Joshua Martin. And Katahdin on the board first. Nice job to get his offensive rebound that time, Gabe, and go up strong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Powers dumps it inside to Brady McAvoy, and he goes strong to the basket for a layup, and the game's tied at 2. Strong move from McAvoy. Ball was tipped out, and it's going to stay with Katahdin. They're going to take it out right at center court. Trying to retrieve the ball down there. Sometimes it gets underneath the tables and whatnot. Retrieve it. Now we're set to go with McNally inbounding. Gives it off to Joshua Martin. Top of the circle to Edwards, back to Martin. Martin tries to go to the left. He's cut off there. Gives it up to Jeffrey Martin. He's going to hand it off to Ritchie. He's going to put up a shot over on the right wing, and he puts it up and in. Grady Ritchie, his first 2. 4-2 Katahdin. 5:50 to go, first quarter. Strong drive here, down the lane, up and good, Mason McDonough. And that was steal by McDonough in the backcourt. He goes up and lays it in. 2 quick baskets by McDonough puts Schenck on top, 6-4. McNally breaks the pressure, gives it off to Ritchie. Ritchie down the left side, hands it back to McNally. Now back to the top. in the lane now. McNally takes a jumper just outside the foul line, and that one's up and good. Good looking shooting from both teams so far. 6-6. Now the ball comes to Ingles. Hands it off to Whitehouse. Whitehouse is going to go in the lane. He's cut off, and ball's now loose on the floor. Everybody's diving for it. We're going to have a jump ball. That ball's going to go to Katahdin. Nice hustle that time when you see the ball loose on the floor. Try to grab it and try to get a tie up. And that's what Katahdin did, and they got the ball back. Edwards dribbling it up past the timeline. Gives it off to Josh Martin. Now back to Edwards. Wants to go inside to McNally. He puts it up, no good. Ball's loose. And they're going to say that was tipped out by the Wolverines. Going to stay down at this end. 3 minutes and 26 seconds into the first quarter. 6-6. Class D boys quarterfinal here at the Cross Insurance Center. Thanks for joining us. The shot up in the lane there by number 11, Jeffrey Martin, for the Cougars, and they're back on top 8-6. Now it's McDonough giving it off to Powers. They're going to go over in the corner, over in the far corner. Attempted pass over on this side of Brady McAvoy is going to be a little bit too strong, and it's going to go out of bounds and back to Katahdin. Decent start, though, for both teams, huh, Gabe?
Yeah, absolutely. They both looked fantastic so far.
Ritchie with the ball. Over the timeline. Gives it over to Jeffrey Martin. Now back to Ritchie. He wants three. Up, no good. Rebound batted around, and the Wolverines come down with it. That's Powers. Dumps it off to McAvoy. And that's an easy layup for McAvoy. Down the left side of the lane. Goes up strong. 8-8. Now Ritchie with it for the Cougars. Underneath for McNally. He goes up strong. Up, no good. Rebound comes down to Ryan Ingles for the Wolverines. But then Wolverines lost the ball on the other side. Ritchie's got it, and back come the Cougars. Over in the corner. It's going to be a three-pointer by Ritchie. That's no good. McAvoy got the rebound. He got fouled. Good position that time by McAvoy, and he got fouled by Katahdin trying to go over his back to try to grab that rebound.
Yeah, both teams looking great defensively and rebounding-wise. I mean, obviously you're going to have the offensive, like we said, from both teams. But
it's Cole Giberson in, senior guard for the Wolverines, checking in as Gabriel Whitehouse gets a break here for the Wolverines early. Game's tied at 8, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. There's a shot up in the lane. Beautiful shot there by Mason McDonough. Very nice looking shot down the right side of the lane off a nice speed. 10-8 Wolverines. Now Ritchie with it on the left wing. Goes over on the right wing to Edwards. He puts it up just inside the three-point line. That's no good. McNally grabbed the rebound. Dumped it off to his teammate. That shot's up no good. And McAvoy comes down with the rebound. He's fouled again. A little bit too aggressive Katahdin is on the trying to grab that rebound when the position's already been established.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, second time in a row where they've put too much pressure on the full court after a rebound and fouled McDonough.
McDonough with 6 points already here in this first quarter for the Wolverines. He's got it, hands it off to Cole Giberson, who just came in the game. Oh, beautiful spin move there by Ryan Ingles down the left side of the lane. He goes up for an easy deuce. It's 12-8 Wolverines. Ritchie with it as the Cougars come back on offense. Ritchie at the three-point line, hands it off to the foul line to number 11, Jeffrey Martin, who put a shot up that was no good. Katahdin got the rebound, picked it up, and then traveled. Turnover is going to turn it back over to Schenck Wolverines. Wolverines come into this game with an 11-8 record. Cougars came in at 13-5. And we're going to have I believe a substitution or a timeout. So we'll go ahead and take it with them and be right back with you on Eastern Maine Sports Media.
Go and stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business.
And Eastern Maine Sports Media's coverage of Tourney 2023. And it's a 12-8 lead here for Schenck. 2:04 left in the first quarter. And quick start for both teams, huh, Gabe?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm really impressed with the way McNally's playing on Ingles. He's held him in check so far. Obviously had the one bucket, but other than that, been held in check.
Doing a good job on the defensive end for sure. Here comes Schenck. They're up by 4 with the basketball. That's Ingles. He's going to hand it off for a three-point shot that's up and no good there by Jeffrey Martin, and down come the Cougars. Ritchie tries to go across the lane, trying to find his teammate there, and that was Jeffrey Martin, and the ball got tipped out by Schenck, so it's going to go back to Katahdin. Jeffrey Martin in the corner, the right-hand corner, gives it off to Joshua Martin. Shot up is no good. Rebound comes back to Jeffrey Martin. His shot was no good, and Schenck got the rebound. Here come the Wolverines. Over to Giberson with a shot on the far wing. No good. Rebound came down and controlled by Ingles. He tried to go back up, and he was fouled. And Ingles is going to get the first 2 free throw attempts of this game.
That's the guy you got to box out for sure, or else he'll punish you on those offensive rebounds.
Certainly did that time. Got good position, grabbed the rebound, tried to go back up strong, and foul on the Cougars. So, again, first 2 foul shot attempts of the game for either team. That shot's no good. The first one's no good by Ingles. Again, he had the one gorgeous move down the lane for a layup, but yeah, he's been held in check so far. And he missed both at the line. And down came McNally with the rebound for the Cougars. Connor Edwards with it. Also in the game, number 2, Samuel Boone checked in for the Katahdin Cougars. Boone with it, hands it off to number 11, that's Jeffrey Martin. Now to Connor Edwards down the lane, up, no good. He had looked like an easy layup, missed it, and Ingles got the rebound. Now Schenck wants to come back, and we're going to have a foul down underneath the basket is number 11 for Schenck. That was Nicholas Powers was trying to go up, and they said he got pushed by one of the Cougars, so that's going to be a foul on Katahdin. That's 4 fouls to 0 so far on. Katahdin's committed all the fouls so far here in this first quarter. Here's Giberson. He tries to go, got deflected. He stayed with it and went back up and in. So 14-8 Schenck here. We got just under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Ritchie at the 3-point line. Goes over to Samuel Boone. He puts the shot up. No good. McNally, offensive rebound. And he got fouled by Giberson. Nice offensive rebound. McNally doing a nice job for the Cougars so far.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been a huge difference maker for them on the defensive end, and now on the offensive end on the offensive glass.
He's going to get the first 2 free throw attempts for the Cougars. We're going to have some substitutions coming in here after this first free throw attempt. We have 2 subs coming in for Schenck and 1 for Katahdin. That shot up no good for McNally on the first free throw. Braden Osborne and number 35 Brady McAvoy into the game for the Wolverines. Second shot up by McNally was no good. Schenck got the rebound, then lost it. In the lane, Boone's going to go up. He got fouled, and that one counts. An N1 possibility here for Samuel Boone for Katahdin. And now we're going to have a technical foul called against Schenck. And that's going to go against number 15, Cole Giberson. Said something to the official after that call, and he's going to get a technical.
Beautiful move by Boone to get the N1 there.
I believe it's the first technical I've seen at least here at the tournament.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
This year, so far. We still got the whole week next week, though, too.
That is the truth.
So Boone's going to get, I believe, 1, and then he's going to get 2 technical free throws as well. Boone's first one is good. And now I believe they're going to shoot 2 technicals, then they should get the ball back too. So the technicals, they're going to have Ritchie shoot them. So Grady Ritchie's going to shoot the technical free throws. I believe they get 2 of these, and then they get the ball back, Gabe, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right on that one. I mean, that's a big swing. I mean, what would have been an and 1. Maybe he doesn't make the free throw. It's 2 points right now. Instead, you could have a 5 points instead of what was initially 2.
Yeah, and possibly 7 or 8, depending on what they do with the possession too.
Exactly.
And we jinxed the free throw shooter. Ritchie missed the second one, so turns out to be 4 points they got on that one play with the technical foul called, and now they're going to get possession. So Schenck still leads, but now it's 14-12. 39.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Class D boys quarterfinal game from the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor. We thank you for joining us wherever you are tonight. Edwards in the lane. Good. Just outside the free throw line. Connor Edwards ties the game. It's a quick 6-0 run for the Cougars, and we're knotted at 14. Whitehouse with it. Gives it off to Ingles. Ingles in the corner to Braden Osborne. Back over to Nicholas Powers. He's going to dribble out near the three-point line. Watched closely by Ritchie. Now over to Braden Osborne. 2 seconds left. Ingles, shot at the buzzer, up, no good, off the back rim. That's the way the first quarter ends. Schenck 14, Katahdin 14. Right back with you on East Main Sports Media.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the MPA, are the 49,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Maine. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Welcome back to the Cross Insurance Center. We're just getting the second quarter underway here. Class D boys quarterfinal game between Schenck and Katahdin, tied at 14. McAvoy in the lane with the first possession for Schenck. That ball was taken away by Katahdin. So Katahdin coming back, looking for a lead again. Edwards with a 3 on the left wing, up no good. McAvoy with the rebound for the Schenck Wolverines. Ingles, he wants to go, guarded closely. He goes over in the corner to Whitehouse. He tries to get it back to Ingles. He wants to go up, and I believe he got fouled. I believe that foul might be on number 12 there for the Katahdin Cougars, Josiah Rogerson.
You know, I'll say, I've seen Ryan Ingles play since he was a freshman, and the improvements he's made. In 2020, he got a lot of playing time for the first time, and he was a guy who just kind of sat in the paint, got the rebounds, was a post-up guy, and he's really developed into a really good all-around player.
Yeah, and they said that was a non-shooting foul, so he must have got hit before he went up. And now a shot over here on the near wing by Mason McDonough is good, and he's up to 8 points. He gives Schenck back the lead here, 16-14. Just underway in the second quarter. Shot on the left wing is up, no good, and Ryan Ingles came down with a rebound. He wants to run with Powers. Powers comes down the left wing, hands it back to Ingles, back to the top to McDonough. Just inside the foul line, his shot is no good. Connor Edwards comes down with the rebound for Katahdin. He wants to go all the way with it. He looks underneath to Boone. He's got it by Ingles. Fades away. Beautiful shot by Samuel Boone.
Yeah, beautiful fadeaway right there.
He's done a nice job off the bench. He's got 5 points. Katahdin has 6 guys that have scored already tonight, 16-16. Now Schenck back to the offense, but that's going to get, no, it's not going to get taken away. Number 12, Mason McDonough, is going to pick that up, and he's going to go in for a wide open layup after the ball got batted around. Right time, right place at the right time that time by McDonough, and he goes up to give the Wolverines back the lead. And now Katahdin's going to lose it on the other end, and the ball's going to go back to Schenck.
I've been really impressed with how Mason McDonough's played so far. I mean, he's got 10. He leads the team right now. Been looking really good so far.
Yeah, and they've also done well. They put 4 players in the book already as well. So good balanced scoring on both sides so far tonight here in this first half. Schenck back to the offensive side. McAvoy goes up strong. He's got to put it up. He got fouled. And one opportunity for Brady McAvoy. Puts the Wolverines up by 4. And he's going to have a chance to put them up by 5. It's going to be a second foul on Rogerson as well, so he's going to come out of the game, and they're going to go back to Kyle McNally as he checks back in for the Cougars. McAvoy's foul shot is no good, and McNally gets the rebound. So it remains 20-16 Schenck. Samuel Boone with it. Back to McNally. Over to Edwards. Out near the three-point line, guarded by Nicholas Powers. Now to Ritchie, now back to Edwards. Schenck in that man-to-man defense. Ritchie with it to Edwards. Outside the foul line on the right wing, no good. Rebound came down to Ryan Ingalls. Ryan Ingalls is a machine on those boards there. He's starting to really scoop up those loose balls and get to the glass a lot harder.
Yeah, absolutely. He's already got 5 already.
Schenck with the ball, looking to increase this lead. McAvoy goes down the lane, and he got blocked by McNally, who took it right away from him. So the ball back to the Cougars with just over 5 minutes to go in the first half. Samuel Boone with it. Over to Edwards. Over to Ritchie. Ritchie's been very quiet so far. He's had 3 points so far, and he's going to turn it over right there with a travel.
Yeah, Nicholas Powers played great defense on him so far, really limiting him.
So ball back to Schenck. Yeah, they've done a very nice job holding potential big-time scorer like Ritchie down so far to 3 points in this first half. McAvoy scoops up his own rebound and goes up and in. McAvoy's up to 8 points, and Schenck has a 6-point lead with 4:36 to go here in the second quarter. 22-16. So it's been a good 8-2 run here to start this quarter by the Wolverines. Ritchie with it. Over to number 11, Jeffrey Martin. That ball got deflected. Ritchie just outside the foul line. Back rim, no good. Ball tipped around, and that's going to go off a foot of a Cougar and out of bounds back to the Wolverines. Number 10, Joshua Martin checking back in for the Katahdin Cougars. And that was number 2, Samuel Boone, checking out of the game for Katahdin. 22-16, Schenck with the lead, with the basketball. McDonough hands it off. Gabe Whitehouse wanted to go baseline, but he took too many steps, and that's going to turn the ball back over to Katahdin. So Cougars looking for an answer here. They've fallen behind by 6. Josh Martin with it, over to Connor Edwards, over to Josh Martin again. Just inside the three-point line, and that's going to be short and out of bounds, and back to Schenck. It's going to be number 5, Gabriel Whitehouse, giving it off to McDonough, and here come the Wolverines. McDonough across the timeline at the three-point line. Gives it over to Nicholas Powers. Powers out near the top around the three-point line. He hands it up to McAvoy in the paint. Edwards stripped him. Now the ball's loose, and we're going to have a jump ball, and I believe that's going to go over to Katahdin. Going to have a discussion here with the officials. Yep, we're going to have a Katahdin foul, I guess, on that loose ball. So the officials got to, you always like to see the officials come together and get the call right, too. It's a real good thing when they do that. Yeah,
absolutely. You'd much rather get it right and take that time to have that conversation than get it wrong and then not have any conversation at all.
Now they're having another conversation, so we'll see what this is about. Meanwhile, number 12, Josiah Rogerson's checking in for the Katahdin Cougars. And it is a 1-1 now because that is the 17th foul against Katahdin. So Nicholas Powers is going to go to the line for a 1-1 opportunity here for the Wolverines. First one's good. So 23-16.
His first points of the game.
Second shot, no good, but it came right back to him. Wolverines with the ball and a 7-point lead. Powers wanted to look to drop it down underneath, and the ball was deflected and out of bounds on by the Cougars, and Wolverines will get another chance here. 3:24 left, second quarter. Thank you for joining us tonight for this Class D boys quarterfinal game from the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor. McAvoy up strong. Missed that opportunity, tried to fight for the rebound, and the ball was lost out of bounds. And the ball's going to go over to the Cougars. Need an answer here. You've only gotten 2 points by Samuel Boone here in the second quarter. Looking for some, looking to turn up the offense here for the Cougars as they've fallen behind by 7. Edwards. That's going to get deflected away. That's not going to do it. Ingalls takes it away. And the Wolverines are going to get another chance. Already up by 7. It's Mason McDonough with it out near the 3-point line to Ingalls. Over here near side to Gabriel Whitehouse right in front of us. Out to a 3-point attempt up there. Good by Nicholas Powers was no good. Rebound by Katahdin. Here come the Cougars again. Edwards wants to go to Ritchie. As we said, he's been really quiet, and they've done a really nice job defensively. Staying right in his jersey all night long so far. A shot up short there by the Cougars and grabbed by Gabriel Whitehouse. He wants to run, gives it to McAvoy. He's going to go down the near side of the lane. Ingalls in the middle of the lane, inside the foul line, banks it up and in. 2 more points for Ryan Ingalls. He's been held to 4 points so far as well. So 2 of the bigger scores for each team have been held in check so far, Gabe.
Yeah, absolutely. Great defense on both teams' stars, just like we talked about in pregame.
Nice shot there in the lane by Connor Edwards. Looked like some contact as well. They let that one go, but shot was good by Connor Edwards. 25-18 Schenck. 1:40 to play in the second quarter. East Domain Sports Media coverage of Tourney 2023. Thank everybody for joining us for this audio broadcast. Ryan Ingalls with it. Over to Gabriel Whitehouse. Looks over in the near corner to Mason McDonough. Now back to Ingalls. He up fakes again. We're going to have a 3-second call. And I think it was McAvoy who was called for that. And the Wolverines turn the ball over, and it's going to go back to the Cougars. Samuel Boone's back in for the Cougars. Braden Osborne. Evan Gagne as well into the game for the Wolverines. That shot is up no good. Ingalls grabbed the rebound and came away with it. So a minute to play in this first half. 25-18 is the score. Schenck with a 7-point lead. It's been an 11-4 second quarter here by the Wolverines. Ingalls wants more. He goes up down the left side of the lane and hits it off the glass and in. Ryan Ingalls with 2 more. He's got 6 now, and the Wolverines' lead is 9. Joshua Martin with it to Samuel Boone. Now Ritchie wants 3. That's off the back rim, and Ingalls again right there, but I think he lost that one out of bounds. I think that's going to go back to Katahdin. Katahdin's going to have another chance. 23.9 seconds left in the second quarter. See what Katahdin can do here. In the lane, Edwards gives it off to Samuel Boone. Up and in. Samuel Boone making contributions off the bench. He's got 7 points. And the Wolverines' lead is now 7. 10 seconds to go. Schenck will look for the last shot. McDonough near corner. Steps in and nails a leaning shot. That was good. And that's the way the first half ends, with Schenck leading Katahdin 29-20. We'll be right back with you on Eastern Maine Sports Media.
To Rouse Garage in Dover Foxrock to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
Folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation: that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the MPA and the Maine Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Cross Insurance Center. We're at halftime of this Class D boys quarterfinal game, and it's the Schenck Wolverines with a 29-20 lead over the Katahdin Cougars. We saw some of our great sponsors there, as Zach let you see those here during halftime. I'm going to tell you about a few more that make these YouTube broadcasts free and accessible to everybody. If you need a place to stay during tourney week, check out the Bangor Grand Hotel. Make it your home away from home. Check out the newly renovated rooms, heated pool, lounge, event center, and live entertainment. All guests get free breakfast at the Blue Sky Lounge Restaurant, located just west of I-95 on the northwest corner of I-395 and Odland Road in Bangor. Make Bangor Grand your tournament stay. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast direction to modular home and communications equipment, call 977-BEAR today. Downtown with Rich Kimball is proud to be a sponsor of the 2023 high school basketball tournament. Downtown is the place to turn for entertainment, sports, and radio's best guest list. Weekdays from 4 to 6 on WZON AM 620 and streaming worldwide at downtownwithrichkimball.com. We also want to thank Emery, Lee & Sons. They've been a family-owned and operated business since 1963 who takes pride in their exceptional services they provide and always offers free estimates. There's no job too large or too small. They have a vast range of services including excavations, foundations, precast septic tanks, blocks, etc. Call them today at 723-8850, or go to their website, emory/lee/son/inc.business.site. Those are some of the great sponsors that we have here for the tournament this year, allowing us to be here, Gabe. In that first half, good start for Schenck defensively on Ritchie for one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you hold a guy like that to 3 points in the entire first half, I think you're doing something right. And that's been a lot in thanks to Nicholas Powers. He's been on Ritchie for most of the first half, and he's played fantastic on-ball defense, hasn't fouled him, hasn't given him any open shots, and so it's made Ritchie really have to work even to get open in the first place, and then he has to try and get a shot off. It's just not easy.
Yeah, and then Mason McDonough on the other side for the Wolverines. 12 points, 6 points in the first, 6 points in the second.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been a difference maker. I mean, in a game where Ryan Ingalls, up until the very end of that first half, was really quiet, Mason McDonough stepping up and being the one of the better players on the floor was huge for Schenck to be able to take the 9-point lead they have right now.
I'm going to let you know about a few more sponsors here for the Tourney 2023. We want to thank Sibley Transportation for sponsoring our tournament coverage. They have reliable shipping, freight brokerage, and warehousing. They've been a family business since 1910 and have offered a great service for just as long. Go to SibleyTransport.com to get a quote today. Dexter Municipal Golf Course is opening up membership enrollment for the 2023 season. Individual adult memberships start at $450, but capture a 10% discount if paid by April 15th. Dexter Muni is offering 20% discount for those who weren't members last season. That's unlimited green fees at Dexter Municipal Golf Course in the 2023 season for only $360. The early bird gets the worm. Call 924-2245 for more info. That's 924-2245. Dexter Muni. Thank you to those great sponsors. We'll let you know about a few more. Take a commercial break. Be back with you. Get ready for the second half right after this.
Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine. And stop by Kimball Insurance for all your insurance needs. Whether it be auto, home, farm, business, life, or health insurance, we have you covered. Our agents are ready to serve you and help you with your needs. Visit us at Kimball Insurance at 91 Main Street in Sangerville, Maine, online at KimballInsuranceAgency.com, or visit us on Facebook to see what we can do for you. Kimball's, your insurance is our business.
Folks, let's get started. Parents, thanks for coming. As many of you know, I'm Coach Mather. Tonight I want to talk about the season, of which I only have one expectation: that everybody gets stronger. When I say get stronger, I'm not referring solely to physical strength. Sure, we'll be in the weight room, we'll be running stairs, but we're also going to focus on developing mental toughness and grit, because those are the characteristics that allow us to achieve greatness both on and off the court. So, how do we develop those things? By getting comfortable with a challenge, by cultivating the confidence necessary to overcome adversity in all forms. That's why I coach. That's my purpose. Every member of this team can lean on me, and I'll teach them how they can lean on themselves and each other.
This message presented by the MPA and the Maine Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Back with you at the Cross Insurance Center, getting ready for the second half. Another thing we wanted to mention, too, is that Schenck's done a great job on the boards in the first half. You said McDonough had 7?
McDonough has 5.
5.
Ingalls has 7.
Okay, and Ingalls has 7 rebounds. Okay, they've done a great job on the glass. I think if Katahdin can do a better job in the glass to get Richie going, we're going to have a ball game here in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely we will.
So Katahdin's going to get the first possession of the third quarter. They're down by 9. This is a really, to say the least, a big period here for the Katahdin Cougars. Don't want to get too far behind, and you definitely want to get your star going in Richie. And that's not going to help as number 5, Gabriel Whitehouse, came up with a steal for the Wolverines. He wants to go off in the corner to Nicholas Powers. He wants to go inside to McAvoy. Up and good. Layup, beautiful pass. Led him right to the basket. McAvoy went up for an easy 2. McAvoy's in double digits now with 10 points. Connor Edwards off to Richie. Now looking up to the top to Samuel Boone. McNally over here, closest to us on this side. Now handed it off near the 3-point line to Boone. Now to Edwards near the top. Richie over here on the wing. To Jeffrey Martin, over to Edwards. Looking for Richie. They're really trying to get the ball in his hands a lot here early in this quarter. And that's deflected out of bounds by McDonough. It's going to stay with the Katahdin Cougars.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to move. It looks like that Wolverines are in a zone, so they're trying to move the zone to get Richie a shot.
Richie with it. Hands it off to Boone. He's going to take a just extended foul just to pass the foul line. Shot is up. Jump shot no good. And McDonough came away with the rebound for the Wolverines. Gabriel Whitehouse wants to go into McAvoy, and he's going to get called for the push-off, trying to get position inside. That's going to go on McAvoy. I believe that might be his second foul. I'll have to wait and see. Oh, it's his first foul, okay. First foul on McAvoy. He got called for the offensive foul that time. Back come the Cougars. They've only scored 6 points since that opening quarter, Gabe. They really got to get going here soon. Edwards hands it off for a jumper there by Jeffrey Martin. That's up no good. Rebound came down to Ryan Ingalls. Now they're going to get it up to Powers. Back to Ingalls at the 3-point line. Hands it over on the left wing to Mason McDonough. He's going to dribble it back out front. Out past the 3-point line. Watching him is Samuel Boone for the Cougars. Goes over on the left wing to Gabriel Whitehouse. He dribbles it. Being patient here, the Wolverines. 11-point lead. Giving it off to McDonough. He's going to try to go, and they're going to get a blocking foul on the Cougars. That one's going to go on number 11, Jeffrey Martin. So, good patience, though, by the Wolverines. You got an 11-point lead. You don't need to rush anything. Still a lot of time left, though. 5:52 to go in the third quarter. So, but again, as I said, that's Cougars really need to get going offensively here when they get the ball back. They've been held to 6 points since that first quarter. Mason McDonough with it. Goes over to Whitehouse. They tried to get the ball to Ingalls. He lost it, and back come the Cougars. In the lane, and that's number 2, Samuel Boone went up for a shot, and he's going to get fouled. I believe that's on McAvoy. Now that's his second foul. I know that. See how quick I am on that, Gabe?
That was good. I like that.
So Samuel Boone's going to get a foul shot. He hit one earlier. He had an end one in the first quarter. Second foul shot, and that one's good as well. So he's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Calvin Richardson coming in for the first time, and Grady Ritchie's going to take a break here and head to the bench. The second foul shot was no good, and Ingalls got the rebound for the Wolverines. So 31-21. McDonough down the lane, puts a shot up, no good. McAvoy got the offensive rebound. To Ingalls. To the top to Osborne, now over to Nicholas Powers. He's on the wing over to the left wing, Braden Osborne. In the lane, Ingalls. Up, no good. Ball fought for, McAvoy's got it. He goes up, no good. Rebound, Ingalls, up and good. Third time's a charm that time for Schenck, because they had 3 offensive rebound opportunities, and they put it right back up and in, and now they've got a 12-point lead. If you need a place to stay during tourney week, check out the Bangor Grand Hotel. Make it your home away from home. Check out our newly renovated rooms, heated pool, Lounge, Event Center, and Live Entertainment. All guests get free breakfast at the Blue Sky Lounge Restaurant, located just west of I-95 on the northwest corner of I-395 and on the road in Bangor. Make Bangor grand your tournament stay. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection, modular homes and communications equipment. Call 977-DARE today. So, Gabe, 12-point lead now here for Schenck, and we had Richie go to the bench. I'm not sure what's going on there, but Richie, the lead scorer, is on the bench for the Cougars right now, and Kelvin Richardson came in for him. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Here's the steal and a wide open layup on the other end for Schenck. Mason McDonough. He's got 14 points, and he stepped right in the passing lane there and went in for an easy layup. And we're going to have another steal in the backcourt. That one by Nicholas Powers, who's also going to go in and lay it in. All of a sudden, it's a 16-point Schenck lead. And Richie is at the scorer's table getting ready to check back in with the Cougars. They need a response right here. Edwards, McNally, over to Boone in the far corner. Looks inside, ball tips around. It's now loose on the floor. Fight for it. We're now going to have a foul. Yeah, I think they got the foul against Connor Edwards, I believe, for the Cougars. Boone's going to go to the bench. Richie back in. Number 10, Joshua Martin, also coming back in, replacing Kelvin Richardson. So you got your best player back in there if you're the Cougars, but all of a sudden you're staring at a 16-point deficit with just over 4 minutes left in the third quarter. So to say the least, it's urgent time here for the Katahdin Cougars, Gabe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Schenck with it, trying to build on this 37-21 lead. Ingles in the lane, got surrounded there by McNally, who's done a real good job defensively. McNally is now out there guarding Gagne for Schenck. Ingles is going to go in the lane, and he's going to commit an offensive foul, and McNally drew that one. No one really agreed too much with that one. If you're a Schenck Wolverine, you didn't anyway. So
that's for sure, especially with him being one of your better players.
Super job by McNally, though. He's done a great job defensively tonight on Ingles.
And I believe they said that's his third over the PA system.
Okay, so keep an eye on that as well. That could be a big factor in this game. We're going to have a foul on the lane here, and I believe it's going to go on Schenck. I believe they're going to get Gagne, maybe? Gavin Gagne with a foul. First foul there. Brady McAvoy checking back in. He's going to come in for Gagne. McAvoy done a nice job. 10 points tonight for the Wolverines. Looking for Richie. Looking for something from him. He's going to go up. Contested shot again. That's up no good, and Ingles came down with a rebound. Every time he goes up, he's got a body in his shirt and a hand in his face, and they've done a magnificent job at really slowing him down. That's really been the story of the game so far. We're going to have another offensive foul against Schenck. They might have gotten McAvoy for that one. Let's see who they call. Oh, we're going to call number 4, I believe. That's going to be Braden Osborne. So another offensive foul. Turn it back over. But we only have just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter, and you've got 21 points if you're Katahdin, and you had 14 at the end of the first quarter. So you could tell just how well of a job that Schenck has done defensively. And there's another takeaway. Ingles got the steal. Now down the left of the lane. Ingles, beautiful. What a feed by Nicholas Powers. And Ingles gets an easy deuce at the rim. 18-point lead now. Three-pointer on the far wing by Richie was no good. Rebound came down to Osborne, and now the ball comes to Ingles. Ingles goes over to Powers. He's over on the left wing. Back out to Osborne. Now to McDonough. Schenck's really taking control here in this third quarter. Ingles, three-pointer here is good. Nicholas Powers. They're doubling them up here. Schenck 42, Katahdin 21. 2:15 to play here in the third quarter. Edwards, far wing. Shot up, no good. There's Ritchie. He goes up and gets that one.
His first basket since the first quarter.
Yeah, he's only gotten 5 points, so nice job that time, though, on the offensive glass, going up and putting that one right back up and in. McDonough looking for McAvoy. McAvoy right at the rim. Easy two there. That was set up beautifully. And we're going to have a full timeout. We're going to take it with you. Be back with you on Eastern Maine Sports Media.
Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center is a practice that specializes in treating a variety of different conditions. We treat patients daily who suffer from chronic lower back and neck pain, headaches, repetitive stress disorders, work injuries, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Rick and our entire team at Ames Chiropractic are excited to welcome you to our brand new Bangor office located at 43 Longview Drive, right behind Olive Garden. Ames Chiropractic Wellness Center, helping you to naturally feel and be your very best.
To Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
We are the NFH.
Back with you, back to the action here, and another Katahdin turnover out of the timeout. And Skenk's going to try to get an easy one here on the lane. McAvoy got an offensive rebound, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Josh.
That stands for the National Federation of State High School.
It's a 21-point Schenck lead. McNally, he got bumped. See what they call here. Yep, they're going to call. I'm going to say that maybe McAvoy got him on the wrist. Maybe they're going to call that on Gabriel Whitehouse, I guess, is who they got on the foul. I think McAvoy got him with the body, but Whitehouse got him on the wrist. They got him in two spots there, I think, on that shot. So
yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah, McNally's going to get a couple free throws here for the Cougars. That's Samuel Boone coming back in.
You know, it really shows how great Skenk's been playing. I mean, they've only scored 4 actual baskets off the free throw line this since the first quarter.
Done a fantastic job defensively. And to play. We're in the third quarter. Class D boys quarterfinal action. Thank you for joining us. We're at the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor, as many of you know that are listening. Skenk's going to Powers going to try to go in the lane. Hands it off to McAvoy. That ball got blocked. And then McAvoy tried to get it back as Joshua Martin grabbed it. And McAvoy hacked him on the arm. So we're in the 1-1 now for Machias, because that's 7-2 in fouls. 7 fouls for Schenck.
That could be big. I mean,
this
could be a way to get back in this game. With the foul situation.
Line. Yep.
Yeah.
I think if you're but yeah, I think if you're Katahdin, you just gotta try to drive the ball hard to the basket now that you're in the bonus, and try to get to the free throw line. You're right though. Free throw shooting could get you right back into this game. You got to make them though, and that was a miss by Joshua Martin on the 1-1. So Schenck still holding that 19-point lead with 45 seconds to play here in the third quarter. This is number 6 Katahdin and number 3 Schenck. Rebound off a missed shot is going to come down to Connor Edwards for the Cougars. He's going to go in the left wing to Ritchie, who's going to take a jump shot, and he's going to get it to bounce and roll into the basket. Nice looking shot to get that one to go there on the wing by Ritchie. So Ritchie now up to 8 points. 44-27. 10 seconds left. McDonough goes strong to the basket. No good. Ingles offensive rebound, and that one's good. That's the way the third quarter is going to end, with the Schenck Wolverines leading over the Katahdin Cougars 46-27. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here and tell you about some of these great sponsors that make these broadcasts free and accessible to everybody. Downtown with Rich Kimball is proud to be a sponsor of the coverage of the 2023 high school basketball tournament. Downtown is a place to turn for entertainment, sports, and radio's best guest list. Weekdays from 4 to 6 on WZON AM 620 and streaming worldwide at downtownwithrichkimball.com. We'd also like to thank Emery Lee & Sons. They've been a family-owned and operated business since 1963, who takes pride in their exceptional service they provide and always offers free estimates. There's no job that's too large or too small. They have a vast range of services, including excavations, foundations, precast septic tanks, locks, etc. Call them today at 207-723-8850 or go to their website, emery/lee/sons/inc.business.site. We get ready here for the fourth quarter, 46-27. It's the Schenck Wolverines with a 19-point lead. So we get ready for the final 8 minutes of regulation here. What do you have to do if you're Katahdin, Gabe?
I mean, you got to get something going offensively, but you also got to make some turnovers happen on the defensive end, or else you're going to be in trouble the rest of this game.
McDonough with it. He goes over on the wing to Gabriel Whitehouse. He starts to go. He hands it back to McDonough, who wants to go baseline, and he's going to be fouled by Connor Edwards. It's going to be the third team foul on the Cougars, so they're not quite in danger of putting Schenck in the bonus yet. But on the other end, if you're Katahdin, you're in that bonus, so you definitely want to try to take advantage of that. If you're, anytime you can stop the clock and score points, it's a good thing, especially being down 19 points with just 7:35 to play in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Off to Osborne for the Wolverines. He stopped and gave it off to Powers. Down to McDonough, really kind of deliberately kind of slowing it down here for the Wolverines. But then they spot Ingles underneath the basket, and that's Powers with the assist, and Ingles with the basket. So Ingles has got 14 points. Ritchie wants 3 from the left wing, and splash, nothing but net for Grady Ritchie.
They're going to need more of that this quarter if they want to come back in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely one of the key contributors here and makes this Katahdin Cougars team go. McDonough with it. The three-point line guarded closely by Boone, who's going to foul him. A little too aggressive on the defense there by Boone. Bumped him as McDonough was trying to start down the lane. Going to have McAvoy checking back in. He's got 3 fouls. He's going to come back into the game. Josiah Rogerson's also going to check back in for the Cougars, and he's going to replace Joshua Martin. So 48-30. Oh, beautiful pass under the basket. Gabriel Whitehouse is wide open, but a nice job by the Cougars to deflect that ball out of bounds and not allow a easy shot at the basket that time. And 18 points, I mean, you got somebody like Ritchie on your team. That 18 can disappear in a hurry if you got somebody like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you needed to from him.
And down it over to McDonough. He's on the far wing, on the left wing from where we are. Court side at the Cross Insurance Center. McAvoy to McDonough. McDonough hands it off to Whitehouse. Whitehouse dribbling it. Watched there by Edwards. On the left wing, still dribbling it. Whitehouse. He's going to go, he's going to try to go, and he's going to travel.
Good start.
I'm not sure exactly what he wanted to do that time. He maybe was looking for a cutter that time as he was going down the baseline, and fortunately took too many steps, and ball's going to go back to the Cougars. Let's see if they get the ball to Ritchie again. I think that they will. Edwards with it. Oh, he wanted to go back to Ritchie. He lost it. Ingles picked it up. He's got a free, shot at the basket, but a beautiful job defensively getting back, putting the body on him, and the shot was up no good, and the Cougars got the rebound. Now to Ritchie. He wants 3 more. Left wing, no good. Rebound battle for. McAvoy's got it. Hands it off to McDonough, and here come the Wolverines. And Schenck wants a timeout. So we're going to go ahead and keep it right here and let you know that we want to thank Sibley Transportation for their sponsorship of our tournament coverage. They have reliable shipping, freight brokerage, and warehousing. They've been a family business since 1910 and have offered a great service for just as long. Go to sibleytransport.com to get a quote today. As the weather gets warmer, Dexter Municipal Golf Course. Time to start thinking about golf. Is opening up membership enrollment for the 2023 season. Individual adult memberships start at $450, but capture a 10% discount if you pay that by April 15th. Dexter Muni is also offering a 20% discount to those who weren't members last season. That's unlimited green fees at Dexter Municipal Golf Course in the 2023 season for only $360. The early bird gets the worm. Call 924-2245 for more information. That's 924-2245. Thank you to Dexter Muni, and thank you for all those sponsors that sponsor the coverage of our YouTube games during the season and this tournament coverage with these special sponsors that have stepped up and made these broadcasts possible here for us. So, Gabe, again, 18-point lead for Schenck. Only 5:45 remaining. It's kind of a desperation time starting to be here for the Katahdin Cougars.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to start taking some chances. Defensively and then offensively, you got to pick it up, score quick, as quickly as you possibly can without obviously taking a bad shot.
And Schenck, I think, just wants to slow it down. At least when the ball gets in the hands of McDonough, that's what he wants to do. But if he finds an opening, he's going to go to the basket, just like he just did. He missed it, but McAvoy got the rebound, and he put it up and in. Brady McAvoy, he's played a solid game for the Wolverines, and they have a 20-point lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not entirely sure how that ended up in his hands, but.
Bad pass that time by Boone was picked off by Ingalls. He's going to go to the basket, puts it up and in. Boone fouled him. It's going to be a chance for an and one for Ryan Ingalls. Beautiful job that time by Ingalls, stepping right in the passing lane, intercepting that ball, going strong to the basket, getting fouled by Boone.
Yeah, absolutely. After having only 6 points in the first half, he's got 10 in the second half alone. He's really stepped up in the second half to make sure that this lead stayed the way it was.
Chance here for a three-point play. Up, no good. Rebound battle for. Boone came down with it for the Cougars. Ritchie, he wants to go quick. He's going to put a shot down the left side of the lane, up no good. Ingalls grabbed the rebound. Good look that time by Ritchie, but just too strong off the backboard. Ingalls grabbed the rebound. Osborne with it. Harassed by Ritchie. The ball came loose. McDonough got it, and now Schenck wants a 30-second timeout. We're going to go ahead and just keep it right here. We get 30-second timeout. We might as well keep it right here. 52-30. We got another boys game coming up after this one. I believe Wisdom, number 7 seed, is playing
Machias,
yep. 2 seed. Yep, another Class D boys game. So the winner of this game will advance to play the winner of Machias and Wisdom. Interesting fact about Wisdom as we get ready to check their game out after this is that I believe they only have like 7 players on the roster?
Yeah, I think 7 players
yeah,
on the roster.
Yeah, that's an amazing feat to reach this level and reach the tournament with only 7 players on your roster. So that's quite a story.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw that with the East Grant girls today, too. I mean, and they were able to pull it out. I mean, we'll see if Wisdom could do the same with a short roster like that.
Yeah, it should be very interesting to watch how they rotate those players in and out.
For
where
sure.
You only got the 2 subs on the bench. So
yeah.
That ought to be an interesting thing to watch. And we don't get to see a lot of these teams during the regular season. So definitely something interesting to watch after this, for sure. Ingalls with it. Osborne, Schenck on offense again. Powers with it. Taken away by McNally, but he's going to double dribble. And that's going to give the ball right back to the Wolverines.
I mean, good defensive play, but you turn it back over, which kind of been the story for Katahdin, right? They have good defensive plays or offensive plays, and then they just lose them by turning the ball over, and it's just been killing them all day.
Yeah, a little bit rushed that time by McNally. I think kind of forced him into a double dribble. He was kind of maybe trying to think ahead before not concentrating on dribbling the ball and turned it over, unfortunately, there. Shot up on the left wing is no good. Rebound up and good. Beautiful play there by Brady McAvoy fighting for that rebound and going back up and in. So 24-point lead. I believe that's the biggest lead of the game for the Wolverines. And another steal by Ingalls. He's going to go in on Boone, and who are they going to call for the foul? They're going to call Boone. They're going to call Ingalls. That'd be interesting to see there. Oh, they are going to call Boone on the push. I thought they might have called Ingalls for the push-off on that one. Wasn't sure what they were going to call, but they're going to call Boone for his 3rd foul. And that's Rogerson going out of the game for Katahdin. and I believe it was Jeffrey Martin Jeffrey Martin that came back in for the Katahdin Cougars. 4:01 to play. Comfortable lead now here for Schenck with just 4 minutes left. 5-second call that time on Schenck. It's going to turn the ball back over to the Katahdin Cougars. Good crowd in here. Sometimes we see smaller crowds for Class D, but very nice crowd here this evening at the Cross Insurance Center.
Yeah, I've been really
nice
impressed.
To see. Yeah, nice to see. Richie underneath to Martin. He puts it up, and it just wouldn't go, and McAvoy came down with the rebound for Schenck. Schenck in control, up by 24. That ball got deflected, and nope, they're going to say it's off Schenck, so it's going to go back to Katahdin. So Katahdin back with the basketball with 3:35 to play in this basketball game. We want to thank you for everybody that's tuned in to listen tonight. Richie, three-pointer up, no good. McNally, offensive rebound. He puts it up and in. Kyle McNally with 2 points there for the Katahdin Cougars. And I was just talking about the crowd and the Class C crowd. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we missed a year here in Bangor, and it's made the fans more hungry to be back, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, these fans want to be able to come and support their teams because last year was so hard. You had to come. If you did come, you had to wear a mask. The year before that, there wasn't any crowd.
Yeah,
so,
we didn't have a tournament.
Yeah,
no.
so, I mean, people are hungry to be back in full force again.
Yeah, it's like a little kid at Christmas for us every week, this tournament week. I think this is my 6th year here with Mark Kalman and Eastern Maine Sports and Eastern Maine Sports Media. I mean, what more can you say? It's the most exciting, really the most exciting week of my whole year, and the busiest week as well. So
for sure.
Going to get free throws here for Katahdin. That's number 11, Jeffrey Martin at the line. No good on the 1-and-1. So Martin misses that one. Ingles came down with the rebound for the Wolverines.
It's 15 rebounds for him on the day.
15 rebounds. Wow, that's an impressive stat line there.
Yep, 16 points, 15 rebounds, 4 steals on
the
day
wow.
for him.
Wow, big game for McDonough. Or Ingles, I should say. McDonough's also played well for the Wolverines.
Absolutely.
I just had him on my mind as he just had the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
Beautiful pass by McDonough. As we were just talking about him, he must have heard me. And he found Whitehouse alone for a layup under the basket. 56-32. Looks like, barring a miracle, Schenck is going to advance. There's another layup after another steal. And that's Whitehouse with back-to-back baskets. Katahdin wants a timeout. They're going to want a full timeout. And go ahead and take it to commercial, and we'll be right back with you.
Busy with places to go, things to do, people to see. Let Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union make managing your money easy with mobile services, bill pay, Apple Pay, mobile deposit, and more. We're as close as your phone. Now serving all of Piscataquis, Penobscot, and Somerset counties. Maine Highlands Federal Credit Union. Personal service, shared value. MHFCU.com.
Back with you at the Cross Insurance Center, and we got just over 2 minutes left here in this basketball game. And Katahdin trying to make something happen there, and they're going to turn the ball over, but the officials are going to get together and talk about this. I think it's going to stay Katahdin ball, actually. Again, that's good when you see the officials come together and just be able to get a call right if another official saw something else. And this time, the ball is back to the Cougars. There's McNally. He wants to go down the left side of the lane. Now just inside the free throw line, a shot by Ritchie was no good. McNally scooped that up and put it back in. Another 2 points there by McNally. So 58-34. Been some impressive stat lines, as you said, as you just got done telling me during that commercial. Some impressive stats for the Wolverines here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, Ingles with his 16 and 15, and McAvoy's got himself 16 and 11.
Very impressive for sure. Shot up no good there. Was rebounded by Jeffrey Martin. He's going to get it to McNally underneath, but he was guarded closely by Ingles. Put the shot up no good. Ingles, a baseball pass down to McAvoy, and he's going to go up, get fouled, and the basket counted. It was a weird looking play that time. Everybody kind of froze to see what the ref was going to call. It was kind of a delayed call by the ref, too.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of a delayed call.
I mean, beautiful play. Beautiful throw by Ingles. Full court baseball pass to McAvoy underneath the rim.
Going to get some substitutions coming in here for the Schenck Wolverines as Coach Aaron Hutchins is kind of emptying the bench at this point with 1:26 to play, up by 26.
Good to see. Good to see that these kids can get some chance to play on the cross center floor. Super fun with a minute 26 left.
No good on the free throw for a McAvoy. And here comes Katahdin. That's a three-pointer by Edwards from the far corner. Connor Edwards with a three-pointer for Katahdin. And somebody wants a timeout. Sure called it.
I think we're just going to get some substitutions in here.
Yep.
Get the rest of the players in the game. 30-second timeout.
Yep.
You know, I'll say I've been really impressed. We, coming into this game, we talked about it in pregame. It was thought it was going to be a close game, right? Both these teams pretty evenly matched, and Schenck came out and has played physical underneath the rim, offensively and defensively, and they just dominated the glass. I mean, when you score 60 points in a game and you only hit 1 3, I think that's a pretty good day for you around the rim.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've done a great job. We got subs in from both teams here. And Schenck has the basketball. Underneath the basket to Derek Gagne. Over to Hunter Hale. Back to the top of the key. Now in the corner. Number 3, Samuel Jacobs. 45 seconds left. Holding the ball is Derek Gagne. To the top of the key. Now in the lane. We're going to have a travel call that time on Gage Brown, who's also in the game for the Wolverines. Some of the players I can tell you about on Katahdin into the game. Wesley Pipes, number 20. Kane McNally, number 34. Caden Delano, number 31. Chandler Smith, number 25. And number 13 is Kelvin Richardson, who's back in. And that basket was by
Wesley Pipes.
Wesley
right there.
Pipes, yep. Wesley Pipes, who just came into the game. Gets a basket. It's always a thrill, I think, sometimes no matter the result, if you can come on the tourney floor and score a basket.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially like for kids who may not play as much as other kids, to be able to get on the floor and then score, I mean, that's a dream come true.
So we're down to the final 7 seconds. Jump shot there is no good. Tipped around. I think it's going to go out. No, it's going to go off Schenck. So one more chance here for Katahdin to score. 3.2 seconds remaining. Skenck's going to move on and play the winner of Machias and Wisdom in a semifinal game. And that's how it ends. So 60-39. We'll be right back with you on Eastern Maine Sports Media.
Schenck advances Northern Class D semifinal game Thursday at 10 a.m.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Back here at the Cross Insurance Center, we just watched the Schenck Wolverines defeat the Katahdin Cougars 60-39 in a Class D boys quarterfinal game. The Wolverines are advancing to a Thursday 10 a.m. semifinal where they will meet the winner of this next game that we have coming up between Machias and Wisdom. We're going to get a chance to check that out. And Gabe's kind of tallying up the final statistics, and He's got some of them for you right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Schenck, we'll start there because they were the victors in this game. Gabriel Whitehouse, he had 2 steals in this game, had 4 points, all came in the fourth quarter for him. He also had 3 rebounds in the game. Pretty good game for him. You had Nicholas Powers. We talked about how defensively he was doing really well, but he was able to make a difference offensively too. He had 6 points of his own, and he had 5 assists in this game. A bunch of those to McAvoy, which were seemed to have a connection tonight. McAvoy having 18. He was the leading scorer tonight with 18. Added in 11 rebounds to go with it. And then obviously Ingles, who we talked about a lot. He had 16 in this game. He had 16 rebounds, so a 16-16 game with 2 assists to go with that and 4 steals. All around great performance by Ryan Ingles. And then Mason McDonough, whom we talked about as the guy who under the radar was really helping them, especially in the first half, was able to really support them. He ended with 14 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. And those are the notable ones for Schenck. I'll go over Katahdin real quick. Katahdin had Samuel Boone. He had 8 points in the game. Then you had Grady Ritchie, who we assume was going to be the guy tonight. They were able to keep him in check. He only had 10 at the end of the game with 1 rebound and 1 steal. So for Schenck to do that to a guy who, we all saw score 59 points. That's a feat to do.
I think he averaged somewhere around 25 a game from what I understand. So that is quite a feat to hold him to 10.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of that goes to Nicholas Powers. Like I was saying, he was fantastic defensively on Ritchie for a lot of that game. Next would be Connor Edwards. He had 7 points in this game, 3 rebounds, an assist with a block. Kyle McNally, again, did great on Ingles as well. McNally did for a lot of this game, kept him in check even though he finishes with a 16. That's a pretty in-check game for him points-wise. McNally would have 6 of his own as well and had 4 rebounds with a block and a steal, so kind of filling the stat sheet for himself there. Joshua Martin, he had 4 rebounds and 2 points. Jeffrey Martin had 2 steals, a block, 2 points, and 2 rebounds, so lots of 2s going on in his stat sheet. And then Wesley Pipes, you heard right at the end, came in off the bench and put in a bucket in the fourth quarter, got himself a point and a rebound on that play. And that was the totality of the stats for that game.
Yep, Schenck moves on with a 60-39 win over Katahdin. So Katahdin ends their season at 14-6. Schenck goes to 12-8. They move on to the semifinals. We are going to wrap this up. We want to thank one more time our sponsors that made this tourney 2023 coverage possible. Sibley Transportation, Downtown with Rich Kimball, Black Bear Crane, Bangor Grand Hotel, Dexter Municipal Golf Course, Ames Chiropractic, Rouse Garage, Maine Highland Federal Credit Union, Kimball Insurance, Herring Brothers, Emery Lee & Sons, C&K Variety. Thank you to them. Thank you to everyone. Until the next time, good night from the Cross Insurance Center.